It had been 5 weeks after me and my friends and Zoe summoned the Kero Dragon at the abandoned barnyard. We tried to forget that memory ever since, and that creature haunted our dreams. Zoe then called us to her house and told us the reason why we needed to get there is so that we can have a serious discussion about something. We got to her house as soon as possible, and she told us to come inside. We went inside into her living room, but there was another person in the room. It was a man who we never seen before. Zoe told us that it was her boyfriend, Steven. Steven looked to be a nice guy and told us that he met Zoe way back before she moved into my neighborhood. Zoe then told us to sit down and she told us a battle plan. Zoe told us that we should summon the creature once again, but this time she told us that we can kill it once and for all. Are you mad? That my genius friend told Zoe. Yeah, are you sure you want to do this, Zoe? My friend chimed in. That creature almost killed us, and you're saying we should summon it again? I said, yes, but I had told you guys that we're going to kill it after we summon it, Zoe said. Babe, this is the creature you're talking about? Steven said, confused. If you don't know, Kero Dragon was from the 4th Kurono Gunso film, Zoe answered. Me, my friend, and my other friend, and my genius friend all chimed in with Zoe. Yeah, I said. You should probably watch it, Steven. Then my friend said, that movie was so amazing. My other friend said again, agreed, the genius friend said. Okay, enough. Meet me in the area, like a store, Zoe told us. She handed us 6 slips of paper and told us for the slips of paper to write to bring list so we know what we need. She told us to come exactly at 11 p.m. like a tea shop. We all agreed and Lily left her house. At 11 p.m., I brought back my backpack and waited for my friends to arrive. My friends and I arrived at the car, and she told us to put my backpack on the back of the car and got in. I got in and she drove us to the store, like Zoe told us to go to. We go off and Zoe led us into a warehouse like a store. She had also brought Steven in the warehouse, and we watched the movie. Wrote Kero Dragon name on the back of that mont-stained Mitchell paper 5 times and chanted, Kero Dragon, where are you? Come on out, come out. We're ready for you 10 times. After that phrase was said by the 10th time, something was weird about the lightning. Instead of red lightning bolts, there were green, dark blue, red, yellow, and cyan lightning bolts instead. The ground was shaking even more intense than our first encounter. The lights of the warehouse turned off and didn't come back on. Me, my friends, Zoe, and Steven were pretty freaked out over what happened, so we went to our separate ways to an empty IKEA store. As soon as I went with one of my friends, each of us holding crowbars, a gunshot was heard, and it startled us so badly. When I looked at the source of the noise, I found the red dragon with guns attached to its hands. It flew off, and I tried chasing it, and my friends were wandering around on their own. But then a sword slashed through and immediately dodged and almost hit and killed him. I was roaming around like an empty area of the store, but the yellow beam of light almost hit me. I turned around to see another dragon, but its dragon had no legs and it flew off and it chased it. I was chasing it and I bumped into my other friend. She asked me that I wasn't looking where I was running. I told her that there was a dragon that just passed her. But then we were arguing. A red, blue, and white hammer came out of nowhere and almost hit us, and turned us to see it was the creature, slowly walking towards us. Zoe came out of nowhere holding a piece of furniture and assembled parts, and actually hit the creature in the head. She punched the creature so many times it told us to run out of there as fast as I could. We got to my friend's dueling sword and welding dragon with a crowbar, and I picked up another crowbar, and soon we were tag teaming 2-on-1 on the dragon. My friend turned to run, but he screamed and ran to the other side of the room. Me and my friend were in. I wanted to see where he was, and my other friend was lying unconscious on the ground. She had smoke and ashes all over her face. Just then, I heard some panting noises, and then, cut out of nowhere, a purple lightning bolt came towards me. But Steven then came out and used a wooden plank to protect me. I was protectively scared out of my wits. I didn't know where to go. I ran to the elevator to get some help. Then there was that dragon with no legs staring at me. It rushed over, and I began frantically pressing down on the elevator. The elevator popped and I ran inside. The sword-wielding dragon tried to pry off the elevator door, open with its sword, but I was afraid it would manage to open it. I would have got killed instantly, but my other friend threw the hammer to it, causing it to fall over, but the sword was still in between the elevator doors. I picked it up and out of the elevator, and it just stood there in the elevator in case if any dragons came anywhere near me. The elevator stopped and I looked out. I was in the warehouse. Where are my friends? Zoe and Steven were fighting the dragons off, and I decided to run and protect myself. Hey, where are you going? Zoe asked. Yeah, help us out, my genius friend said. Then my friend handed me a wrench and told me to defend my friends. I charged in, screaming, You leave them alone! I slammed my wrench onto the creature, and my friends and I started fighting them off. Me and my friends fought each dragon like a tag team, while Zoe and Steven used the spare parts to fight the dragons. My genius friend managed to assemble the table and slammed it on the creatures. I told everyone to wait for me because I needed to get something for a few minutes. That something I needed was my phone so I can check what time it was. When I ran back to see my backpack, my sword-wielding dragon appeared here, and my other friend passed me a crowbar to defend myself from it. I managed to side past the creature and grab my backpack. I unpacked it and got on my phone, and the time said 3:45 a.m. I rushed back to my friends, and I asked Zoe what time is it and the ritual was going to end. She told me that the ritual ends at 4 a.m., and if the clock reaches that time, the dragons will be gone, and I noticed Steven was on the floor. I tried waking him up, but I saw there was a bullet in his shoulder. I tried telling my friends, but my friend and my genius friend could scratch marks on the injuries on them, but that it only left me, my other friend, and Zoe as the sole survivors. Zoe tried to attack the creature, but the creature used his hammer to hit Zoe in the face, knocking her out cold. My other friend tried to distract the other dragons so I could attack them. Just then my other friend used the table leg to fight the dragons, but as if she was struck by a purple lightning bolt, my other friend was unconscious, and when I tried waking her up, it was now up to me to fight the dragons. The dragons threw an attack on me, but I successfully dodged them. The sword-wielding dragon used its sword to cut down a huge shelf of boxes in the warehouse. It fell, almost hitting me. The dragons then used all their attacks, and they successfully hit me. I fell unconscious. I then woke up. I wasn't in Zoe's room like the first encounter with the creature. Instead, I was in a hospital bed. I woke up to see my friends Zoe and Steven were all in the hospital beds. I told them to wake up, and they all woke up, and my friend woke up and asked me why I woke everyone up. I told him that everything would seem to be surprised, and nothing happened. My friends and Steven and Zoe woke up and asked me what I was talking about. I told them about the experience memories. They were refreshed. Zoe said that they were so close to killing the creature, so she did tell me about the recruit to more people to take on these goons down. We left the hospital and paid the bill and returned to Zoe's house. She told us that we were even close to killing the creature. It would try it again, so tomorrow night she's waiting for us to come to her house and bring along some friends to fight this dragon and its recruits. And that, my little pretties, was the Kero Dragon Ritual Part 3, a Kero Dragon creepypasta written by Affan Jamsari. Affan Jamsari, I want to thank you so much for the story. Now, I actually found this part to be a rather good part, even though it was a really interesting story, and it did get intense at certain parts too. Like, you probably heard the narration, especially with the battle. Oh my goodness. It was starting to get very intense. So, I'm gonna say right now that I really liked this story. This story was absolutely amazing. I could actually say right now that the story itself was actually really good. Now, the concept itself was just absolutely amazing. I'm going to be honest. The grammar was good, although I did spot a few lowercase i's. Just thought I would let you guys know, I did spot a few lowercase i's in the story. So, the lowercase i's just needs to be properly fixed. But other than that, the story was actually really good. However, I did spot a couple grammatical errors throughout the story. Like you probably already have been telling that a couple times I have spotted a couple of grammatical errors throughout the story, like a few of them actually. And I did spot a few punctuation errors throughout the story, but this was actually pretty interesting. Like I could definitely say there was definitely lots of time and effort in it. Affan Jamsari, I have to say you did a pretty awesome job with the story, and it was really well done and made. So I could definitely say what needs to be improved is maybe the grammar needs to be fixed up a little bit, along with the sentence structuring. Well, the sentence structuring was pretty good, but you know, what could have been done to make it better is just maybe fix the lowercase i's, because I did spot a few lowercase i's throughout the story. So I just thought, I'll point out that I did spot a few lowercase i's. So I just thought, I'd point out that, because a lot of people really don't like lowercase i's. If you've seen Shadow Reader, he doesn't like lowercase i's either, so I kind of have to agree with him. But, I'm being nice about it, saying what could be better is maybe the grammatical errors could be fixed up and all that. But other than that, the story was absolutely amazing. Now, there is time and effort into it, but I can definitely say that you did a pretty good job with the story. And I definitely have to say right now, Affan Jamsari, that this story was actually pretty good. I wonder if there is going to be a part 4 out of this. That's what I kind of want to know. Is there going to be a part 4 out of this? Because I would really like to know if there is, because that is going to be, it's really intriguing, in my opinion, because I'm curious to know, is there going to be a part 4? Because I would really like to see that. So that is definitely something I'm going to say right now, is that I really would like to see a part 4 of the series. I'm really enjoying them as well. So, but other than the lowercase i's, I only spot a few of them that just needs to be uppercased. But other than that, the story was absolutely amazing. So, even though there were a few errors, that grammatical errors and punctuation errors that need to be fixed up, it's still really well done. So, that's just something I'm definitely going to say. So, with that being said, the story was actually really good. So, this is on Goshia for any of you guys wondering, but only for my fans that wrote me stories there. That's the only time I will touch the site. But other than that, I try not to touch the site. This story was absolutely beautiful and really well done, and amazed. Like, I'm surprised, Affan Jamsari, you're doing pretty good. Even though you just need to practice a little bit more, especially not having lowercase i's in the story, because as a Shadow Reader quotes, that's just laziness. Now, I know you're not lazy, but I just thought, I just point out what could be fixed. But other than that, the story was absolutely amazing. So, yeah. And I'm going to say right now, and like I always continue to say, this is simply my own personal opinion, and if you disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these creepypastas, and this is simply my own personal thoughts. My final rating of the story would have to be a 10 out of 10. I would give it a 9 out of 10, but I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 because it's a really great part so far. And I have to say, there's a lot of time and effort into it, and I am actually curious into if there's going to be another part to this, because I really would like to know. So that's actually one of the reasons why I'm kind of curious as to if there's going to be another part. But anyways, what did you all think about this creepypasta? Did you all enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you're brand new here to this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so when I upload, so then you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro, because I'm out of here. And I will be seeing you all in the next video. So I want to thank you so much for coming yet again. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, etc. And like as always, I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace out.